There have been people who, just a few months after moving into a new apartment, suddenly saw their careers plummet, their finances slip away, and their health fall apart, even though nothing else in their lives had changed. It all started with the very apartment they were living in, a place where the flow of energy was cut off, silently reversing their fate. In Feng Shui, every home has its own life force energy line. When that line flows freely, the homeowner is protected by a stream of positive energy. Everything tends to go smoothly, and money and opportunities grow. But if the apartment violates one of the major Feng Shui taboos, that energy becomes blocked, and the flow of good fortune slowly fades away. People living there may suffer from insomnia, constant fatigue, or ongoing setbacks at work without any clear explanation. The scary part is, these types of apartments often look incredibly beautiful. Bright lighting, modern design, prime location. Yet behind that shiny surface is a distorted energy field that turns every effort into a struggle. The harder you try, the more you are pulled back, like rowing against a powerful current. In today's video, let's take a look at 7 types of apartments that may seem completely normal, but are quietly destroying the owner's future and financial fortune. We will also go over some simple but effective Feng Shui remedies to help you restore the flow of prosperous energy. Before we begin, take a moment to say a positive affirmation to activate your flow of lucky energy. I am living in a home filled with peace, light, and abundance. And if you enjoy stories about Feng Shui, energy, and destiny, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you do not miss any future videos, because each secret we reveal could completely shift the energy of your home. So, what exactly are the 7 types of apartments that could be silently draining your fortune and causing your career to collapse in the blink of an eye? Let's find out right now and see whether the place you are living in might accidentally fall into one of these dangerous categories. Number 1. Apartments built against a mountain. Apartments nestled against the side of a mountain often give off a sense of strength and safety at first glance. Many people believe that leaning on the mountain facing the water represents an ideal land formation, symbolizing strong support and stable financial fortune. However, very few realize that if the mountain behind the building has been leveled, carved, or excavated, all of those positive Feng Shui meanings get completely reversed. When the base of a mountain is damaged, the natural flow of energy from the land is disrupted. In Feng Shui, a mountain is not just part of the landscape. It is considered a source of yang energy, which nurtures and protects human vitality. Once this energy line is broken, the energy begins to bounce back unnaturally, creating a phenomenon known as rebound Sha energy. When this type of energy hits a home, it generates conflicting currents, causing those who live there to constantly feel heavy-headed, fatigued, or mentally uneasy. No matter how modern or solid the apartment may be, that feeling of unrest will linger beneath the surface. Over time, the negative impact of this rebound energy becomes more noticeable. Residents may experience a series of work-related issues. Projects that once seemed promising may be delayed or fall apart at the last minute. Some people might also suffer from difficulty focusing, unexplained anxiety, or health problems related to blood pressure and sleep. In many cases, even rearranging furniture or changing the direction of the bed does not improve the situation, because the root of the imbalance lies in the land formation, not in the interior setup. To fix this, the key is to soften the impact of the rebounding energy by introducing elements that are gentle, flowing, and continuous. The most effective solution is to hang a Feng Shui painting of a winding stream or river flowing inward toward the home. In Feng Shui, water symbolizes wealth and the smooth movement of energy. When the water flows inward, it helps invite fortune back into the space, while also softening the harsh force coming from behind. Additionally, placing round canopy green plants behind the home or near the mountain-facing side can help stabilize the natural energy field, creating a sense of peace and harmony in the living environment. If external structural changes are not possible, homeowners can strengthen the energy inside the apartment with soft lighting, gentle sounds, and open, airy spaces. The goal is to restore the natural energy flow and allow it to circulate freely once again. A harmonious space filled with natural light, soothing sounds, and breathability is the best way to nurture good energy in your home. Number 2. Apartments blocked at the front. If your apartment opens directly onto a large wall, a high-rise building, or even a narrow gap between 2 blocks of concrete, then chances are you are living in a space where energy flow is blocked. An ideal home should allow energy to move freely, just like a breeze that carries life force inside. But when the front is completely obstructed, energy cannot flow in, and it also cannot escape naturally. Over time, the energy becomes stagnant, creating a sense of heaviness and suffocation. People living in such spaces often feel stuck, unmotivated, or trapped in situations where nothing ever gets fully resolved. Things start off well, but never come to a satisfying conclusion. In Feng Shui, this is called blocked wealth flow. When financial energy cannot enter, opportunities that seem within reach often fall apart. Many people living in apartments with blocked fronts have shared that just when they thought success was guaranteed, things suddenly went wrong. Deals were postponed, projects were halted, or partnerships unexpectedly collapsed. It is as if there is an invisible wall standing in their way. To fix this, you should first open up your line of sight. If possible, plant greenery or place round canopy plants in front of the apartment to soften the obstructive energy. Greenery represents the wood element in Feng Shui, which helps to regulate and release energy blockages. If the front space is too narrow or completely blocked, you can use a slightly convex bagua mirror hung outside, if building regulations allow, to reflect and disperse some of the trapped energy. In Feng Shui, mirrors act like energy portals, pushing away stagnant energy while inviting fresh energy inward. Just make sure to choose the right curvature and positioning. Never point the reflection directly at another home, as that can cause unintended harm. Inside the apartment, keep the space near the entrance well lit and airy. Natural light helps energy circulate more easily. Gentle scents or soft sounds, such as the chime of a metal wind bell, can also activate positive movement. Here is something most people overlook. Energy travels not only through doors, but also through your line of sight. When you open your door and see an open, spacious area, your mind also feels more open and uplifted. On the other hand, facing a blank wall can trigger subconscious tension, anxiety, or even a lack of direction in your work and life. Number 3. Apartments on sloped or sunken terrain. In Feng Shui, the ground is more than just a foundation. It nurtures human energy. When the land is flat, energy flows harmoniously, and yang energy, positive energy, is retained and evenly distributed. But when an apartment is built on sloped or sunken ground, this balance is disrupted. Even a slight difference in elevation can significantly alter the flow of fortune energy. If your apartment is built on a slope, energy tends to slide down with the terrain. Feng Shui calls this wealth energy cannot gather. It comes in and flows right out. Homes on slopes often feel like energy is constantly slipping away. No matter how much you work, it is hard to accumulate. Money may come in quickly, but disappears just as fast. Over time, residents often feel unstable, as if they are always chasing something they cannot hold on to. On the other hand, apartments in sunken areas collect heavy, stagnant yin energy. Since energy flows downward into the depression and cannot escape, it builds up a heavy, damp, and gloomy atmosphere. Residents may experience poor sleep, fatigue, low energy, or find that small issues escalate unexpectedly. In Feng Shui, sunken land is like an upside-down bowl. Energy goes in, but has no way out, trapping good fortune and making the space feel oppressive. From a natural perspective, both sloped and sunken terrain affects how energy moves and settles. Slopes do not allow energy to stay, while depressions do not allow it to flow. One leads to loss, the other to stagnation. Both create imbalance in the yin and yang dynamic. Living long-term in such conditions can lead to sleep disturbances, low vitality, anxiety, and instability. Like water that either rushes away too fast or sits stagnant and murky. To fix this, the most important step is to boost yang energy and restore energy circulation. If your apartment is in a low-lying area, focus on increasing sunlight and ventilation. Open windows in the direction of the morning sun, choose bright-colored curtains, and avoid dark or earthy tones. For homes on slopes or higher ground, use greenery as an energy anchor. Choose plants with wide canopies and sturdy stems, such as money trees, golden pothos, or Japanese palms. In Feng Shui, plants represent the wood element, which symbolizes growth and energy retention. Placing them in the southeast corner of your home, the wealth direction, helps absorb yang energy and retain wealth energy that would otherwise flow away. Plants also allow the space to breathe and bring a natural sense of calm. If your apartment has a balcony or window facing downhill, you can place a small stone or a potted plant with a wooden stem as an energy anchor. The stone stabilizes energy, and the plant transforms it. This combination creates a balance between stillness and movement, both essential for maintaining harmonious energy. For lower-floor apartments with a slope behind them, you should hang a painting of a lush green forest rising upward. This represents uplifting life energy and prevents the feeling of being weighed down by the terrain. All these adjustments not only bring energy back into balance, but also help the residents feel lighter, calmer, and more at peace in their space. Number 4. Apartments on floors that are too low or too high. When choosing an apartment floor, most people think simply, lower floors are easier to access, higher floors offer better views. But in Feng Shui, each floor level carries a different layer of energy. Choosing the wrong floor can misalign your personal energy field, directly affecting your fortune and health. Apartments on very low floors, usually from the first to the second floor, are heavily influenced by ground moisture and dense energy. These floors tend to accumulate strong yin energy due to low air circulation, limited sunlight, and high absorption of moisture from the earth. Even when outside temperatures change, these apartments often feel damp and heavy. People living on low floors may experience fatigue, sluggishness, lack of vitality, and are more prone to issues with joints, circulation, or respiratory health. In Feng Shui, lower floors represent overly dominant earth energy, where yang energy struggles to rise. When yin energy overwhelms and yang weakens, wealth energy also fades, making it hard to sustain long-term prosperity. People living on low floors often feel like their careers move slowly, plans get delayed, or they exert a lot of effort for little result. These spaces also tend to foster a closed-off mindset and low motivation due to the stagnant energy. On the flip side, apartments on very high floors, especially above the 20th floor, face the opposite issue. Too much sky energy, not enough earth energy. At this height, yang energy is strong but lacks grounding. Residents on high floors often live fast-paced lives, experience rapid changes, and may achieve early success, but struggle to maintain it. In Feng Shui, sky energy represents movement and drive, but without earth energy as a base, success becomes fleeting, like a tree growing in mid-air that eventually dries up due to lack of roots. High floors are also more exposed to strong winds and light radiation, which can disrupt the yin-yang balance in the body. Over time, some people may experience sleep problems, blood pressure issues, or chronic stress due to the constantly shifting energy fields. According to Feng Shui principles, the ideal living floor is between the 3rd and the 10th floor, where earth and sky energy meet. This range offers enough air and light for yang energy to thrive, while still maintaining a solid connection to the ground. It is considered the middle energy zone, a place where energy is balanced, the mind stays clear, and fortune can accumulate more easily. If you already live on a very low floor, you can boost yang energy with light and movement. Open your windows to let in sunlight. Use shiny decor, like metallic or crystal items, to reflect light. Gentle sounds like a metal wind chime can also help awaken yang energy. If you live on a very high floor, bring in more earth elements to stabilize energy. Place thick-leaved plants, ceramic vases, or natural stone objects around your living space. These items help anchor energy, creating a sense of grounding and stability. Also, using warm or earthy tones in your decor can increase the stabilizing effect and make the space feel more centered. Number 5. Apartments facing west that are too open or unshielded. In Feng Shui, the west direction is considered the wallet of the house, the place where financial energy gathers and blessings are stored for the homeowner. It represents the metal element, which symbolizes stability, wealth, and profitability. When the west direction is balanced, prosperity remains steady. Money comes in and stays, growing over time. But if this area is too open, lacks any shielding, or is constantly exposed to harsh sunlight, then financial energy cannot accumulate, like a wide-open wallet where money flows in only to slip right out. Apartments with balconies or large windows facing west often experience this issue. In the afternoon, intense sunlight pours directly into the home, increasing heat and drying out the air. Scientifically, this creates a hot, uncomfortable environment that leads to fatigue and disrupts the nervous system and sleep. From a Feng Shui perspective, the fiery energy of the sun clashing with the metal element of the west creates a conflict between opposites. Fire overcomes metal. When this conflict occurs, the energy of wealth becomes agitated, unstable, and easily lost. A west-facing apartment that is too open, with no curtains, walls, or balancing elements, causes energy to flow too quickly, preventing it from settling. People who live in such spaces often experience a recurring pattern. They earn money fast, but spend it just as quickly. Their careers have promising starts, but struggle to sustain, and financial relationships or partnerships tend to shift unexpectedly. Feng Shui refers to this as scattered wealth, where energy has no place to settle and continuously slips away. To resolve this, you need to create an energy anchor in the western area to slow and gather the flow. Metal element objects work best here, since they represent wealth and help stabilize energy fields. You can use a metal wind chime, old Chinese coins, or a white quartz crystal ball, either placed or hung in the west corner of the apartment. The soft sound of a wind chime helps regulate the energy, while metal or white stone materials act as conduits, holding energy in place. Additionally, using light-colored curtains or silver-toned fabrics can balance the fiery and metallic energies. They reduce harsh sunlight while maintaining a soft brightness that keeps the space cool and comfortable. On west-facing balconies, place thick-leaved plants such as snake plant, dumb cane, or philodendron imperial, all resilient to sun and representing the wood element, which neutralizes excess fire and protects metal energy. If your apartment has a wall or hallway facing west, consider hanging a Feng Shui painting of mountains or a soft circular design, both symbols of wholeness and energy retention. Avoid sharp imagery, downward flowing water, or pointed decor, as these can fragment the energy and cause financial loss. The Feng Shui of the West is truly the art of moderation. The more open and heated it is, the more it needs to be softened. The brighter the light, the more it must be tempered. When metal energy is preserved properly, your home becomes like a secure vault, a place where wealth is not only stored, but also grows steadily. Number 6. Apartments with the master bedroom facing the front door or bathroom. When your front door opens directly toward your bed, strong external energy rushes into your resting space, which is meant to be calm, steady, and peaceful. In Feng Shui, the bed is considered the energy gathering zone, where yang energy nourishes the body. But when exposed too directly, this energy becomes disruptive. Not only does wealth energy fail to settle, but people often feel tired and uneasy. Many report poor sleep, weak memory, rising stress, and low energy levels. It is not just the front door. A bathroom door facing the bed also creates major Feng Shui conflict. Bathrooms hold moisture and waste energy, symbolizing release and cleansing. When the bed aligns with this, negative energy enters the resting area, making it feel cold or heavy. Over time, this can affect health, especially the respiratory, digestive, or emotional systems, as the energy field around the body is disturbed. The simplest fix is placing a soft buffer between the door and the bed to gently redirect energy flow. A curtain, folding screen, or round leaf plant works well. Curtains slow the energy, screens shift it, and plants absorb and refresh it. For bathroom doors, always keep them closed and the space dry and clean. If possible, hang a small Feng Shui painting or mirror on the outside of the door to reflect negative energy away. But be careful. Never let the mirror reflect the bed directly, as this can cause rebound energy. Lighting matters too. Choose soft, warm yellow lights instead of cold white ones. Warm light creates a grounded, cozy feel that helps your mind relax. In small apartments where structure changes are hard, placing a thick rug or a round leaf plant at the foot of the bed can also reduce disruptive energy. Rugs symbolize earth, bringing grounding, while plants represent wood, bringing growth and flow. Number 7. Apartments built on land with negative energy history. Not all land carries the same frequency of energy. Every piece of earth retains the imprint of what has happened there. Events, emotions, even pain or loss. In Feng Shui, this is called residual yin energy. Leftover vibrations from places that have experienced intense energy, such as former hospitals, cemeteries, or sites that were frequently dug up or filled. When an apartment is built on such land, No matter how new or luxurious it looks on the outside, residents may still feel a chill, a heaviness, or a vague sense of unease. Many people in such buildings report trouble, sleeping, strange dreams, or small but frequent odd occurrences, malfunctioning electronics, dying plants despite care, or sudden changes in pet behavior. These are often signs of imbalanced energy in the apartment's field. Land associated with sickness, death, or excavation tends to hold dense yin energy. When modern buildings are constructed over it without purification, that energy does not disappear. It is only suppressed. Over time, it rises again in the form of cold energy, creating an invisible fog that lingers in the space. Feng Shui identifies this as stagnant yin energy. It neither flows nor transforms. It just hovers, interfering with yang energy. When yang is blocked, people are more prone to both physical and emotional difficulties. Families in such homes often struggle financially, experience declining health, or face increased tension in relationships. To resolve this, the first step is to cleanse the space and restore the balance of yin and yang. One method is to sprinkle salt in the four corners of each room or along the walls, leaving it for 3 days before collecting and discarding it. Salt represents the earth element and has the ability to absorb negative energy, helping to cleanse the space. Another way is to activate yang energy through sound and light. Bells, chants, or gentle music help break up dense, stagnant energy. Warm golden lighting or white candles lit on the 1st and 15th days of the lunar calendar also help regenerate fresh energy, especially when paired with open windows and natural airflow. You can also place strong yang energy items in central areas, such as rose quartz, crystal balls, small statues of the Laughing Buddha, or lush green plants. These items radiate life energy, helping to spread yang energy throughout the home and dispel lingering yin. For homes built on old cemeteries or hospital grounds, energy recovery takes time and patience. Regular purification, along with maintaining light, laughter, and pleasant scents, helps keep the energy fresh. The positive energy that comes from the people living there is the strongest protection against lingering negativity. When a home is full of vitality, darkness naturally fades, just like mist under the morning sun. A home is not just a shelter, it is a living entity that carries energy shaping your destiny. When the energy inside flows harmoniously, prosperity, health, and peace all come together. But when that flow is blocked, everything in life starts to feel heavier and more difficult. Feng Shui is not superstition. It is the art of balance. A bit of light, a green plant, or simply rearranging a few items can open a new pathway for fortune. When your home can breathe again, your mind feels lighter, and luck begins to return naturally. Your home is a reflection of your inner world. When you learn to listen to your space, to know where to add light and where to reduce negative energy, you also learn how to balance your inner energy. Because when your inner energy and your environment are in harmony, life flows more smoothly. If you feel your home lacks vitality or needs a fresh start, begin today. Clean up, open the windows, let in the light, and infuse the space with a fresh breath of energy. One small action could be the start of a brand new destiny. Before we end, let's affirm a positive intention to invite prosperity. My home is filled with light, peace, and abundance. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel to keep exploring fascinating Feng Shui secrets, where each story carries a lesson that can transform your home into a lasting source of good fortune. See you in the next video, where we will uncover the secrets of choosing the right apartment direction. So wealth not only arrives, but stays for good.